Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. This is the NBA Odds Couple Show for Friday, February 26th. Mike Brenner, we are in the full swing of things for the NBA season, and tonight, a lot of interesting handicapping situations. I'm not exactly sure what I think about any of them.
You have any picks? You have any picks for today?
I haven't made any bets on the overnight lines. I have some things I'm thinking of.
I think you're going to pull something out of your sleeve today.
Most of these situations are very. You could make a case either way. Let's start with the first one, right? Cleveland at Toronto.
Ooh.
Just a fascinating game. Who's going to show up to play more? Right now, it's Toronto plus 1.5. The total could also go either way, right?
Yes.
Toronto's going really high scoring, and Cleveland can go up and down, up and down.
I kind of thought you might have something on the totals on that game when I looked at it.
I almost definitely will, but not now. This is exactly the type of game where I'm going to be having probably a pick or a bet.
Yeah. I got two picks in this
15
game.
minutes before tip-off on the total in that one. I don't have any opinion as of right now. It's definitely taken a dip since the early action is leaning towards the under. And you do have a pick on this game.
I do. Is that line still -1?
It is -1.5.
Okay, all the way across.
Yes, all the way across the board.
Okay, well, I have two picks in this, and they're going to cash tonight. I'm going with the Cavaliers on the first half. It'll be probably -1.
Okay.
And I'm taking them on the game -1.5.
All right.
I like what they can do. They've gone to Toronto before and beat the pants off of this team. They can do it again. They're focused. They're coming off a big win. Had a couple days rest. I like it. I'm going with the Cavs, Pete. I'm doing it. Toronto. I'm not sold on Toronto's consistency, and I just think LeBron puts the team on his shoulders again. Everybody's healthy. Let's go. Let's get it done. Cavs on the half -1, and the game -1.5.
Yeah, you might be right. Because Cleveland might be the kind of team where maybe they fade as a big favorite, or if they're on a back-to-back in tired spots, but when they're as a small favorite against another marquee team.
Yeah, and I've done my research, and they really do. They know how to play this team.
You might have something there, Mike Brenner. That might be a really good pick.
I need to. It's time for me to get more consistent. Bottom line, I am buckling down because I'm getting
ready.
All right,
and then
on a hot streak.
Is that the only pick you have for today?
No, I got one other one.
Okay, another interesting situation. The Clippers at Sacramento. Right now, the Clippers coming off of that loss, they could easily come out strong here. Will they? I don't know. Maybe. What do you think?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Sacramento just. I don't know. I know one thing. I think something in the totals department might have sparked your interest here because Sacramento doesn't know how to spell defense.
Exactly. But the Clippers, the total's gone down. I was actually thinking that this might be an under. This is another one where I might have a somewhat strong opinion 10 minutes before tip-off. As of right now, I'm waiting and watching.
Let me ask you this, and you're the totals guy. Does it weigh into your head that Clippers might be saying, all right, look, this team has no defense. We're going to run tonight. We're going to run. So I'm thinking over as opposed to maybe the under.
Right. I mean, absolutely. It's and especially since they had such a bad offensive performance last game.
Clippers looked like hell last game. If it wasn't for J.J. Redick, he was the only one that shot half decent. But I don't know. I think, and Chris Paul, I heard, is a little bit banged up. He's not even for sure going to be suited up tonight. But staying off of it.
Then one I was thinking about, this was kind of one of my leans, although I didn't bet it yet. Another Philly game as a big home underdog, 8.5. They're even getting 9 at Bodog. Washington definitely looking to play better after the Bulls loss. They might come back strong here. I could easily see this one being one of these games where Philly gets blown out at home. But considering, what Washington is overall, Philly getting 8.5, kind of tempting, right?
It kind of is because Washington's just not consistent enough. I haven't seen it to where they can cover a road spread like this. And Philadelphia, more so than not, has covered these big lines against an opponent similar to Washington. So staying off of it, but talk about a Jekyll and Hyde team. That's Washington Wizards. So
that's what I'm thinking about. And then Denver Dallas is very interesting, right? Now, of course, Denver has been a great bet ATS all year long. They're getting 5 right now. And Dallas, though, they're kind of a team that I'm happy to bet against, but they are coming off of a bad loss to OKC.
OKC kicked that ass a couple nights ago.
Yeah, exactly. And Denver's coming off a nice road win at the Clippers, so this could set up to be a down spot for Denver. So, again, this is one where I'm going to be monitoring it and checking the line movement. But on paper, at first glance, Denver getting 5 seems like it would be a good bet, right?
Yeah, and Denver and Philadelphia, you've had a good read on them this year, so I would trust you on those.
And then a late line came out for Chicago and Atlanta, and Orlando, of course, another team. They're on a back-to-back off their loss to Golden State. If they want to bounce back,
Are you talking about Orlando or Chicago?
No, I'm sorry. I went too
You
fast. I
mixed
went
in
too
like
fast.
4 teams there,
The
Pete.
Atla-
What the hell? I think he's popping a cold one again early.
The Atlanta-Chicago line just came out, so I didn't even. It wasn't even there this
Okay.
point. And then I jumped quickly to the
Gotcha.
Orlando game.
Yeah.
They're on a back-to-back. They lost to Golden State yesterday, and the Knicks obviously are struggling. So if Orlando is primed to get a bounce back here, they could do that. The total on that one could go either way as well. Mike Brenner, you said you have one more pick. What is it?
I do. I have, well, it doesn't involve that game, but I'm still real quick touching on that game.
Okay.
I don't know with Orlando. Last night they hung in there for 3 quarters. They actually covered the half. They were up at halftime.
Yeah.
I think that kind of got wore out in that last quarter trying to keep up with them. So that might be onto something there. But New York Knicks, again, there's another team that spells Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I'm staying off it. Yes, I do. I have 3 picks total. Of course, I gave you the Cavs on the half and the game. My third pick is the Atlanta Hawks on the first half, minus 3.5. And I know that the Bulls have been scoring with guys coming off the bench. I mean, they're playing out of their heads realistically.
Yeah.
But the Hawks have gone in there before and buried them in Chicago. Hawks have been off since the 22nd. All right, and God bless America, Budenholzer's got to be in these guys' heads saying, what the hell's going on? It's time to shake things up. Al Horford is absolutely clicking on all cylinders. So if Millsap and Korver can get on the same page, and maybe Teague, I love it. But I love the half tonight, minus 3.5 in Atlanta first half.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
with
right.
confidence, Pete, because I looked at our stuff today and I'm like, you know what? I got to do better. Our viewers deserve better production. No, I mean that. And I am
deserve it, yeah.
absolutely going to bust my ass and I'm going to move that number up. And I'm feeling good about tonight. Cavs on the half and the game and the Hawks on the first half.
All right.
Now it's time for you to pull
I'll
the
tell you
trigger,
what,
baby.
I have no bets that I've made so far. So normally I'd sort of be just passing, but because you put yourself out there every day,
I do.
I'm going to give a pick just for you, Mike Brenner, just to as a sign of how much I appreciate you putting yourself out there every day with multiple picks.
Yeah.
You know, you risk going 0-3, 0-4 every
Yes, I
day
do.
with all these picks. All right, now what do I want to do here? My first thought is.
Oh, by the way, I enjoyed that song yesterday. I meant to
Oh,
tell
there's
you.
more.
My wife loved it. Yeah, you got
Oh, there's more. You know what the last line is? The last line is I had a bankroll and Lord knows I tried. Now all I got left is my Prozac and my pride. I wrote that, Mike Brenner. I wrote
Prozac
that,
and
Mike
pride.
Brenner.
That's a fist bump. I love it.
Anyway, what really matters here, those picks.
Yeah.
Now, if I was going to do, if I had to make a pick in 2 seconds, I would go with Philly plus 8.5. I'm just worried that it feels like one of these situations where they do get blown out at home because Washington's looking to step it up.
Could be because I almost pulled the trigger and used Washington, but I'm just so up and down, so that
Right.
tells me stay the hell away. So, but I know you got something in there. There's enough
Well,
on
the
that
other,
slate.
I know there's going to be a bunch of total bets that I'm going to have, but
Yeah,
I just can't give anything right now because you know what I will do? I'll give.
And you know what? We got to get you going on that Twitter because you could be
Yes,
tweeting
I
out
know,
your picks
I know.
to these guys. I do it at night. I let them know what I see in advantage, and you love second halves. We gotta
Yes,
get you
I
going
know. But
so these guys
dude,
can tune into that.
Well, I don't even have enough time during the second halves to make all the second half bets that I want to
know.
make, let
I
alone
know.
Twitter.
You're a
What I need to do is
maniac.
I need to tweet. Do they have voice Twitter? Where I can just be sitting there and being like,
you
know.
could do like a Periscope thing, but we'll get to that after this. All
All
right,
right.
come on. I know you got one in there.
Oh God, I know
Yeah, pull the
I
trigger.
know this is stupid. Fine, Philly plus 8.5. Philly plus 8.5. I'll do it. You think that's
Official.
you think
No, I don't
that's
think
a
it's
bad?
stupid. I don't think it's stupid. We could be, literally laughing about that Monday, saying good pick. So
All right.
I think, and Okafor's going to show up tonight.
They have some players. They have
got
some
some
guys.
players.
They have some young,
Yep.
inconsistent players.
Yep.
Fine,
And
I'll take it.
Washington might be overlooking this team a little bit, thinking, okay, we'll get this one. So let's take the 8.5. You are taking them.
Yeah, just me. Philly
That's all
8.5. Fine. I did that one for you, Mike Brenner,
That's
as
it.
an homage to you putting yourself out there every
I
day.
got to get out of here because me and Matty Ice are going to do our first live Periscope from Henry's. We're going to Henry's Bar and Grill Sports
Nice
Bar
place.
today.
Nice place. All right, we'll be
Absolutely.
back for Monday, Card.
Let's knock it down.